Hey y'all, welcome back. One thing I'm learning in life is that your tests and your trials and tribulations that you go through is not the assignment that you have. Okay, so if you know that you have problems and you have difficulties, battles that you're dealing with currently, that you keep facing, that keeps happening, those difficulties is not your assignment. They're there to strengthen you for your assignment. Strength, trials and tribulations come when when people see your destiny, when people see your promised land, when people see the good things in you, when people see the things that are provision for you, that are destined for you to happen. Okay, and that's when the trials and tribulations start happening. The trials and tribulations start happening because of the strength that you need to endure to take on the assignment, which is actually connected to your destiny. Your destiny is connected towards your purpose. Your purpose is connected towards your identity. Your identity is connected towards your spiritual well-being, mental well-being, physical well-being, mental, and how you are naturally. Okay, so now this connects towards the universe. For you saving the universe, you have to before you save the universe, you have to save your soul. You have to save yourself. So taking in these knowledges and in these messages and in these scriptures and these verses, okay, it's a great thing to take the scriptures and the verses, but if you're not applying and actually living the lifestyle that God has ordained you to live, then you cannot tell what your identity is or what the crisis is or what the problem or challenges in your life until you start to step out on the authority that He has called you to be. Okay, and I want to break that down a little further because that is kind of confusing when you just now turning on into this page, but we're turning now into this profile, right? You are going through trials and tribulations and things and crises and serious situations because God is trying to strengthen you for your destiny. When you walk with God, you have to have a certain type of knowledge, a certain type of power, a certain type of authority, a certain type of mind, a certain type of spirit, a certain type of soul. And this soul, this spirit, this mind doesn't just come naturally. What it does, it fathoms over within time. So it's being processed, so it's being produced, so it's being renewed. Every single day it's being transformed into who you are now. You walk in dimensions, okay? This dimension of time could be from 26 to 28. 26 to 28, you were lost. You were confused. You didn't know nothing that was going on. You didn't know your surroundings. You didn't know the people. You didn't know the situations. You don't know the outcome. You don't know them. Whatever it was, right? It was just really hard for you to trust God, really hard for you to love, really hard for you to actually step in faith in abundance in the season that God has called you to be in, right? And this is because of the fact that you were in a time of trials and tribulations. After trials and tribulations, there's going to become a time of easiness. You're going to be able to rest. You're going to be able to sleep. You're going to be able to eat well. You're going to have clarity more. And then you're going to go right back into another trials and tribulation season, right back into another hard season, right back into another season that it seems like, am I ever going to get past this? Or is this ever going to come to a fruition of ending? The cycles of life is the cycles of everything. So do not beat yourself up because you are not passing, or you are not enduring enough, or you're not understanding enough, or you're not. Everything comes in due timeline. Everything comes in due dimension, and that's how the universe plays a part in our lives. The universe plays a part in our lives because it makes a timeline. It enholds us with informations until we understand who we are, what are the purposes, and what is the cause of our being. Okay, so if you don't know this, now you know this. Okay, so I'm sorry. So God has come and told me that a lot of people are feeling like the trials and tribulations in their situations, they're never going to get through it, or they're never going to get over it, or they're never going to encounter these problems. You're going to encounter problems as long as you live. You're going to encounter problems as long as you are a human being, because the human being is structured to counter problems. Your brain has its own problems. Your heart has its own problems. Oxygen carries its own problems. Water carries its own problems. Everything, every element and every substance on this earth carries its own problems. But it's towards your ability to actually be your name, to actually be your identity, what God has called you. He has called you to be strong. He has called you to be faithful. He has called you to be wise. He has called you to be more. He has called you to be beautiful in the spirit, in the soul, in the supernatural world. He has called you to do these things. Why he has called you to do these things? Because humans are designed to be to be very important over all the species. He said that we are more valuable than rubies and golds and diamonds. More valuable than the hills, the mountains, the moon, the sun, the stars, all the planets that you see above you. You are more important than that. These planets have to go through natural problems too. The asteroids that come to them, the other missiles that be coming to them, every single thing, every single element on this earth has to encounter problems. So please do not run from the battles. Please do not go away from the assignment. Please do not get away from the things that is making you become you. Okay? The whole purpose of life is not to find your identity. It's to help another generation find God. Okay, so the more and more you help yourself is the more and more you can help the universe. The more and more you help yourself is the more and more you can help your neighbor, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle, your grandpa, your grandma. You can help everybody because guess what? You understand it. You walk through the assignment and you've already completed one assignment. Now you're on to the next assignment. Now you're on to your next journey. Now you're on to your next pathway. And then after that, there's a promise towards you that God has made a covenant to make the hereafter yours, to make the heavens yours, because you follow the assignment. You follow through. You follow through the problems. You follow through the challenges. You follow through the crazy situations. You follow through. And now you get your blessings to be received for abundance and forever. As always, good morning, good evening, and good night.